back to us playing this where we will not intentionally sabotage everything this time.
So you.
What? Well, true. Given the opportunity to make him mad, I will probably take it.
Why is that exactly?
I don't know.
I thought you liked this dude.
I
thought he
do.
was your
He's like my favorite. Well, he's one of my 3 favorites. Wait, did we already? Okay, right. Okay. Alright, so we totally have just insane amounts of money. I almost said vapid amounts of money, but I can't remember what vapid means. So I feel like that's wrong. Does vapid mean stupid?
It means empty. It is often used to mean stupid.
We have vapid. We have vapid heaps of money. Okay. You mentioned. Okay. You mentioned how incredibly loaded you are, and how core to your sense of values it is to pay well for good work.
That's what we call good business. Now, get up out of that prickle frond and let's get you presentable.
Do you mean like injured or just dressed nice? He watches you flail a few times before he sighs, unbuttons his sleeves, and rolls them up to his elbows. Each fold is crisp and even. It takes a while, but you are good at being patient. Huh. And here I thought he was bad at taking care of his looks, because his hair is. Do you see that hair?
What's wrong with it?
It's insane. Like it's like cut like way up here, but then also down here. It's like down there. It's just like the one thing, and everybody, like, I thought this was a cowlick. It was confirmed by somebody it was a cowlick. Of course, it was confirmed by Poinko, who is kind of known for trolling responses. So
it looks like a bun. It looks like a bun with flyaways. But anyways.
Well, that's how I've been drawing it, but also like just in the troll call card, it looks like a friggin'.
There is a 12% cost increase for instances of manual labor. It'll all be explained in your bill.
Okay.
It's itemized. I'm sure an alien of means such as yourself will be able to handle it.
Okay. You take his hand and he pulls you up and out of the bush. It's kind of a rough job. He's not as strong as he looks, you guess. He glares at you like he is daring you to say shit about it, and you are a quick learner. He cuts you off mid-thank you.
My office isn't far from here. We can go there to get things started. And by things, I absolutely mean get you clean and sign a lot of vaguely worded yet stringently binding documents.
He walks with purpose. You shake off the flora stuck in your various body parts and do your best to catch up. From the outside, his office basically just seems like his hive. You've learned a thing or two during this shitstorm of a cultural exchange, though. You've got to play it cool with when a potential friend invites you home. You never know what cages or monsters or methods of evisceration they might have laying around, and you want to prepare a nice, chill look on your face for whatever carnage you're about to be confronted by.
It's boring as shit. Nice cat.
Oh, that's not a cat!
I don't care.
The ears are round, and it's like, obviously, dude, that's like a ferret or something.
I don't care.
It's so fluffy! It's so fluffy! And normal sized. Wow. It's weird how normal sized that is.
Yeah?
Dude, it's like it has its own just giant chair thing, like loopty thing.
I will say if that's a ferret, it's fucking huge. It's the size of a cat. A big cat.
You know, yeah, if that's like a normal sized chair. Yeah, you're right. It is big. But it's so fluffy! Look at that thing! Look how fluffy that thing is!
You know what's funny?
I'm just imagining him being like all evil, stroking the ferret like a cat, like, yes.
But you know what's funny?
Yeah?
There is not a guitar on the right of this picture.
What?
When it first loaded, I thought there was. But no, there is nothing even remotely resembling a guitar. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Man.
Very
Anyway.
nice place.
What?
Very nice place.
Yeah. Very fancy looking. It doesn't work. Your face falls to bewildered hell when you walk inside because it's all chrome and glass and broad white walls in there. It's like he bought the fanciest looking crate and barrel display room he could find down to the last useless minimalist accessory and then never sat down in it. His Lucius, a ferret, is chilling on an enormous silver thing that's halfway between a throne and a play tower. Everything is clean and bright and at perfect right angles, and you don't see any weapons anywhere. I mean, that kind of...
That lamp has a spike sticking out of it. Is that a fridge back there? The purple
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Yeah. And this, technically not a weapon, but I don't know, it's sharp.
That plant could melt your face, I'm pretty sure.
It's fucking creepy.
I mean, so far I like this guy best, I'll be honest.
Huh? Yes! Anyway. You ask him if he just moved in because polite conversation seems like maybe the best thing you can do. In the absence of something specific to focus your fear on, you're just sort of a little afraid of everything.
You're not paying me to learn my life story. Unless you'd like to. In that case, I've lived here most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill. Shut up. No! I've lived here most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill. Space.
Shut up!
That's what you get for pointing out my errors.
Dude, what?
Of course.
You stare at one of the chairs. Should you sit in it?
By all means, do not make yourself at home.
Oh, man.
Head straight to my ablution trap while I prepare our contract.
I thought it was an ablution trap.
No, it's ablution.
I can't remember what that is. That's like a... It's a type of room. I think.
Ablution is an actual word.
No, I'm talking about an ablution trap. Ablution, whatever you're calling it.
Okay.
Anyway. You really want to connect with this guy, and you like how you just vibed there, where you were thinking about sitting on your bedraggled ass in his fancy chair, and he could totally tell you were thinking it. But you don't want to be his friend badly enough to walk straight into something that has the word trap right there in its name, without at least pondering at this.
That sure is a motorcycle or something.
Anyway.
God, it just goes on and on and on.
Walk straight into something that has the word trap right there in its name without at least pondering it for a second. You become savvier during all this.
No entrapment, please. Take a goddamn bath.
No entrapment.
I mean, this is a lawyer. You can't get him to not entrap you.
I don't think that would make him mad, so let's just go get a bath. You were more than a little concerned about the trap part of the instructions you just received, but hey, at least a trap you know about is better than one you don't. And with everything else you can see so freaky pristine, he has to be hiding some evil somewhere. You wonder if it's a dungeon. A dungeon could be cool. Stopping. Hi there. Hi there, little guy. Hi there. So fluffy. I want to pet you. Okay. The ferret bounds down off its pedestal and jerks its head for you to follow it. You do, because it seems like a regular thing to do, and Tagra is busy on his computer. It's like shiny and rainbowy, what?
Yeah, this place is too swanky.
Giant freaking mirrors, dang. Anyway. It leads you to a bathroom, which is just as fancy and clean as everything else you've seen. What the heck is this? It's like a... Anyway. The Lucius chitters at you for a second, squirms its big noodle body around and leaves, shutting the door behind it. You wait a second till it's probably gone before you test the handle. It's unlocked. Huh. You wonder what the point or, motive might be for leading you to this room until you turn and see yourself in the mirror. That is some haggard-looking stuff right there. So, fair. You're flying by the seat of your pants, but you guess maybe you're supposed to take a bath? If not, and he gets pissed and unleashes the ferret on you, at least you'll meet your maker nice and clean. I just realized there's like 5,000 different like shampoo hair product thingies like here and here.
Yeah. I'll be honest, the second we stepped in this room I began liking this guy less.
Why?
Because I'm weird.
Because the hair stuff?
Because this guy is too clean and too pristine and it bugs me. And the weird glowing ass rainbow bottle there is just like the fuck.
Anyway.
Art chick is best again.
You half expect some indiscernible goo or blood or something to come out of the faucet in the weird lumpy tub, but thankfully it's just water. Once you're in, you take a look at this truly inordinate amount of bath products you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shelves of little bottles and soaps and unidentifiable lathersome accessories by the tub alone. There's even more by the mirror. The labels are all gibberish, of course, but you sniff a few until you find something flowery and go to town. You take more time than you should in there, but you haven't experienced a moment of luxurious solitude in a bit. Full-time friendship searching can be difficult work. It's good to recharge. Once you're freshly scrubbed and dried, you slather yourself head to toe with some lotion you find in an iridescent vial. You hope he won't mind you using it. He wants you to be presentable, and this stuff is sparkly. Wait, so we got the glowy stuff? You're starting to feel rejuvenated as hell. Ready to knock this friendship stuff right out of the park. You leave your dirty, torn-up clothes on the floor, wrap yourself in one of the many satin bathrobes folded on a shelf, and head back out to find Tagara. He's standing in his foyer, waiting with the contract he typed up for you. When he sees you, his eyebrow ticks up.
I see you went with the Rainbow Drinker Serum, full body application.
Okay.
Bold choice. I mean, it's an incredibly rare and expensive product, and I do expect to be remunerated? God,
Remoneyfied.
Yeah. Sadly, that is also a real word. But I won't lie, it works.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that stuff. You don't want to let on that you don't know what it is, since he seems impressed. Instead, you give his ego a little stroke and tell him that you hadn't seen such a sumptuous array of self-care accoutrements in so long that you couldn't help yourself.
Not everyone takes skincare as seriously as they should.
Why do I suddenly get the impression that you would be friends with, Marcy? That is just a really random and kind of disorienting thought.
I have no context, as per usual.
Anyway.
I assumed you were taking forever in that because you had gotten lost and didn't know how to use the ablution trap.
Are you sure it's ablution? Because it...
Would you rather I said ablution, even though the L is clearly before the U?
You know, now that you mention it. Whatever, I don't care.
I hadn't considered the possibility that you were just doing your regimen. Noted.
Huh. Wait, okay. Anyway.
You hold your arms out to admire the Fuck.
I wasn't even gonna correct you, because I was like, right, anyway. You hold your arms out to admire the well-hydrated sheen you have going on. This time, you're not really even bullshitting. It just does actually look pretty good. Tagara seems like he's struggling. He keeps opening his mouth to say something, then changing his mind. He's clutching the documents in his hands like a flotation device. He looks down at them, then back at you.
I typically only use that particular product to highlight my cheek blades. Yep, that's his blades. But there's no real reason you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost isn't an issue. It's a little drastic for my personal style, but there is a certain unorthodox glamour to it.
The next bit looks like it hurts him a bit to get out.
Would you like to step outside to see the full effect?
Hmm? You bet your ass you would. You're curious about what he means by effect, and this seems like more fun than signing stuff. He places the documents down on the desk like they're made of glass, not paper. He looks up at his Lucius, who just sort of tilts its head to the side. I can't get over how adorable that thing is. Okay, anyway. You look away and give them privacy to do whatever eyeball communication is going on. After a bit, Tagara clears his throat and heads towards the door. You don't comment on the bluish blush on his cheeks. For all the shift in his demeanor, he still seems like he might kick you out on your ass if you tried to get too feelingsy with him. Whoa, what? You start to glow as soon as you step back out into the dark front yard. Not in a light bulb kind of way, but in a subtle ethereal luminescence. What is this stuff?
Now that is a look.
Shelby, now we really are a Jade Blood.
Alright then. I mean, there's still the unfortunate issue of your hornlessness and overall aberrance, and the fact that you're still wearing my ablution robe. Fuck words. But it's cutting edge, I'll give you that.
Huh.
You look almost like a real one.
Real Jade Blood? You don't know what that means, but you want to roll around eternally in the praise part. You ask if the look will help you. I can talk. If the look will help your case. I mispronounced look.
No, it won't. Oh right, your case, of course.
What? Do we make him forget about the case for a minute?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Dude.
What is going on?
How do you not?
Because I'm dumb! I literally thought he was like on some kind of... Yeah, well, dress me up as a Jade Blood and accuse that guy of running over a Jade Blood thing, because that's like... I don't know. Anyway. He bites his lip and looks back through the window at the papers sitting on the desk where he left them. Wait a minute.
Yes?
It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh my god. Okay. You hope he still wants to represent you, or at least that he'd want to hang out even if he wasn't going to. You don't get the chance to prod though, because right then someone rounds the corner on the sidewalk in front of his hive. That's still hilarious. Anyway, Tiger's face immediately shudders into its usual simpering mask. Immediately shudders into its usual... Anyway, there's an edge of panic around his eye, though. Huh.
Wow, Gorgic, what have we here?
But it's a blue-themed troll, which, if you remember right, that means he's a fancier guy than Tagara. Dude!
What?
You know what you gotta do?
What do I gotta do?
You gotta reread that line in your friggin' angry teacher voice.
Okay. Fucking angry teacher voice. Pause the thing. Wow, Gorgic, what have we here?
It's a blue-themed troll, which, if you remember right, means he's a fancier guy than Tagra. Wait, how do you know that? You haven't seen a Teal'blood before. Anyway, so I don't know if that's actually him or not, but whatever. He's grinning like Troll Christmas came early. Okay, that has to be Gallic. It has to be Troll Christmas. Anyway, you can feel Tagra vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When he gets close enough to get a good look at you, he jumps and screeches.
What the bulge you? Well, okay. What the bulge boiling fuck?
Well, man, that's mean. Oh man. Tagra is frozen, the corner of his mouth pulled back to show his teeth. The new guy is ignoring him in favor of noticing that you're dressed in Tagra's monogrammed leisure wear, if his look of fancied horror is anything to go by. You don't really know what makes you do it. You don't really makes who do what?
The thing you're about to do.
You should wait for Tagra to get himself together and do the talking, but you're riding the high of him, almost seeming like he was enjoying your company. Plus, nothing boosts confidence like looking like a beautiful spooky angel. So you toss your head, put on your best fancy guy voice, and say, "What? Never seen a real one before? A real one what? What?" You're placing all your chips on this guy knowing something you don't, but when his eyes get huge and he starts stumbling over himself and to back away down the sidewalk, you know it's paid off. Okay. Tagra blinks, then jumps right in, picking up directly where you left off. Wait, what? Really?
Surely someone as well informed as yourself knows a rainbow drinker when he sees one.
The blue guy doesn't respond with anything more coherent than a string of yelps as he hightails it back the way he came. When he's gone, you turn to Tagra and ask him super casually what a rainbow drinker is. He stares at you in stunned silence.
Are you telling me you didn't know?
You nod.
And that you ran with it anyway, exploiting the fear you picked up on exploiting the fear you picked up on to turn the tide of a delicate encounter to your favor?
Are you impressed? Is that a good thing? You shrug. You guess so. You tell Tagra that you hope his friend wasn't too freaked out.
Friend? No. I hate that guy.
Huh?
There are simply times when being liked by your betters is helpful. Though technically, fearing me is just as good. Better, maybe.
Now if that's actually Gallic, I'm gonna be really upset.
So you know. Thank you.
This one has like little spaces in it. Like little spaces in the space.
Is it because they're teeth? And it's not just a closed mouth? Like, seriously, if that's not supposed to be his face somehow, I don't know what it could be.
What if it's like, what you call it? That Braille Morse code thingy.
I mean, I guess, but then why is it the same thing each time?
I don't know.
Until now.
Tagra's laugh is soft. It's not a sound you expected to hear. He's happy because of something you did. You can't help it. You start laughing too.
That was a bit of a rush, wasn't it? It was almost fun? I certainly didn't see it coming anyway. I underestimated you.
He gives you an appraising look and then takes a deep breath. You're so nervous all of a sudden. You feel unbalanced on the precipice of what he might be about to say.
The precipice?
Precipice.
The precipice.
Precipice!
Precipice, actually. From one prevaricator to another, I will let you in on something. I haven't actually encountered an alien before.
You lied to us. So what?
Surcharge for truth reveal.
Oh, sweet relief. You tell him that his act was airtight, and as long as everyone's doing the truth thing, you admit you lied a bit too. You aren't actually rich. Uh-oh.
Yes, that's clear now. You have the invaluable ability to fake it, though. That's potentially much better.
What?
Why don't we put you on Why don't we put... God damn. Why don't we put your case on hold for the time being? You wouldn't have enjoyed the outcome of our legal system anyway. We can find an alternative means for you working off your debt.
Okay.
I think we may make a better team than I previously anticipated.
Huh.
With our wits combined, we can tackle bigger and better things than traffic injuries.
He flexes his hand at his side, then in one swift and decisive movement, he extends it out to you. On his face is something close to an honest-to-God, real-ass smile.
I've never actually formed a legitimate partnership of any sort before, but I believe this is how it's done.
Both friends, you and Sarava both are gonna kill me with this whole "yeah, I don't actually have friends" thing. I mean, I know I kind of expected it from you, I guess, but wrecking my quadrant ship things, man. If that was actually Tiger, I'm gonna cry. No, not Tiger. Gallic. I get names mixed up, man. I'm bad with names.
At least you know it wasn't Tagra.
I mean, it could have been.
You know what's even randomer than any of this?
What?
Your friggin' 80s ass background on your desktop.
Yeah.
Like, while we were in his house, I almost commented about him having a cool floor. Because it didn't click in my head that was below this game. I was like, man, everything's so pristine, but then he's got the rave floor going on.
Oh, man. Wait, did you read that?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yes! Sure! Awesome. Friendship discount.
Awesome.
The glow in your heart shines brighter than any expensive and still kind of mysterious lotion. You take his hand in your firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, inexorable joy and shake it. Shut up.
Just sign here.
Oh. Huh. That was crazy.
Wasn't it?
So shiny. Rainbowy. Some kind of crystal ball or something. What am I signing?
The terms of your, like, putting your case on hold and becoming his legal buddy.
Right.
Partner thing.
Wait, so I'm a lawyer now?
I mean, something to that effect.
Jade blood lawyer. We get super expensive skincare product stuff to dress the guy up like a rainbow drinker like all the time.
I almost can't believe that the annoying rainbow crap in the bathroom was a plot point.
How could it not be?
Because most of the background has not mattered in this game.
Okay, but that was so shiny and so shiny.
But anyway, this guy looks like he doesn't sleep much.
Is that because of the bags? Because, I mean, that's literally all trolls have that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. Anyway, well, it's probably 30 minutes. Should we do the next one a separate recording? As we don't figure it would...
I don't know, like, when did you start actually properly dividing them up?
I wasn't. I record it, and then I just hit stop, and then I record another one.
But you didn't do that the first couple times we played this game.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not intentionally dividing it up. I'm just saying, do you think it would take so much time that it would warrant another recording?
The way we've been going tonight, kinda, yeah. We're kinda slow tonight.
Okay, I'll do as a separate recording, and if it takes a short amount of time, I'll just fuse them together.
Fusion? Ha!
See you guys next time, or right now, depending on... Well, you who is watching this knows what I decided to do, because...
You should splice it into the other one, because the other one was shorter. It was only 20 minutes.
That's still like a whole... Anyway, bye!